is how I play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude. And I have to warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
The one thing that more focus on is this one moment that's absolutely obnoxious. So you walk into a room, and there is just a giant rectangular red metal box that looks like a refrigerator almost. All of a sudden, these robot tentacles come out of this thing. It starts pulling you towards it, and it wants to kill you. It's trying to kill you. But they gave it a female voice that's basically saying sexual things to you. It's the weirdest thing. And I was like, what the? Now, originally, all right, maybe it's supposed to be scary. It's trying to pair this stupid, dirty talking fridge with it trying to murder you. And it's obnoxious at first, like, okay, whatever. But then what happens is, you hack it or whatever, so now it's not hostile anymore. Well, this actually is supposed to be the unit that you need to interact with over the course of the game to do all of your upgrades. Alright, so this is going to be upgrading your weapons. It's going to be upgrading your abilities. So it's very important that you learn how to use this thing. And it's got a unique menu system. It's a little different from other games. So you got to kind of mess with it a little bit to understand it. But as you're trying to sit there and interact with the thing for the first time, it continues to talk dirty to you. It's like, what the fuck? And it's so intrusive because, again, just like the other audio issues in the game, the fridge starts to talk, you're talking to the fridge, your hand is talking, and it's just like this cluster conversation of, like, shut the fuck up, let me just concentrate, I'm trying to learn the upgrade system. I mean, I could care less what the fridge is saying to me, just shut the fuck up. Allow me to just sit here and concentrate on my game so I can learn a critical thing. This is the thing, you need to learn this system to upgrade for the rest of the game. If I fuck it up now and I don't know what I'm doing, I might dump upgrade points and crafting materials into something that's not worth it. I need to concentrate.
Mr. Wet Noodle.
And it drove me nuts. So I muted all the audio. And what's hilarious is people are like, you see Phil's muting the audio because the game's talking sexual to him and he can't take it. No, more. You could join the moronic nature of the people who made this part of the game because you don't understand. I'm just trying to learn the game. Especially when I'm doing it on a live stream, and this is going to be a playthrough that's public. This isn't me fucking around at home for myself, and if I fuck it up, it's no big deal. If I don't learn how this stuff works, how the hell am I supposed to play the rest of the game?
Conway Bloodbank did a 100-bit cheer. He says, do you think you could go a day without insulting people? Maybe just ignore them. No. Insulting people is part of my regular regimen. My foot is killing me. And I don't know. I mean, I'll be honest with you guys. You know, I have gout. This is something that's been an ongoing problem ever since 2015 when I was diagnosed with it by a doctor. And I don't know if my left foot has it right now or not, because this is not what it's been like previously. And I'm a little nervous that maybe I hurt my foot or something.
So yesterday, I had to go out and do all these errands and stuff. And by the time the day was over, my foot's throbbing. And I went to sleep, I woke up today, it's still throbbing. I actually took in a leave this morning to try to help it, and I think it is starting to help a little bit. But man, this sucks. Like, I don't know what it is, and I hope that I haven't seriously hurt my foot. I mean, I'm not a super physical guy or whatever, but that would really suck. You know, now I've got a whole week here where I'm streaming, so it's not going to be a giant deal. I mean, I hobble around the house, but I just hope it's not a big deal. You know, I'm literally staring at my foot. There's no visible swelling. There's no discoloration. Like, it's nothing like a gout flare-up that I've ever experienced. Yet when I step on the foot, it hurts.
That's right. It's not an outbreak. It's a gout break. There you go.
How's the gout, Phil?
Oh my God! Here's another one. How's the gout, Phil? Another idiot. This is great.
How's the gout?
So maybe tomorrow our goal, hit 50 members over on DsP Reacts, right? And see if by the end of the show, if we can hit that goal, that'd be outstanding, right? And we work towards that every single week, right?
You know what's funny is, again, here's what I'm going to say, guys. I'm going to say something publicly and up front, all right? A lot of the ridiculous criticisms that I get are for things that literally every other popular content creator does. All right? For example, and by the way, Gaming Guru, I don't want you to feel like I'm singling you out and saying that you're saying something dumb, because actually what you just said in chat is something that a lot of people said over the week. But allow me to explain. He basically says, so let me get this straight. He's going to do a 4-hour react tomorrow, but he's going to stretch it out into 20-minute parts. He's only going to upload once a day. Ha ha ha. Like, you think it's funny. Like, that's stupid. That's literally what everyone does. I'm serious. Go watch guys like Moist Critical. Go watch others. They have, like, a react stream they do. They watch all this react content, and then it gets clipped up, and it gets uploaded into separate parts over the course of the week. That's how everyone does it. But when I do it, oh, that's a horrible idea. Why are you doing it that way? Right? But if someone else does it, that's big. Oh, that's great. That's the best thing. I'm so happy you're doing it that way. But when I do it, oh, that's terrible. Right? So what are you talking about? Right? Like, what on earth are you talking about? Like, why is it okay for them but not for me? It doesn't make sense, right?
Phil's a lolcow.
Lolcow. Your criticism has to be fair. And what I've noticed, increasingly, what I'll tell you this. Everyone says to me, Phil, do you watch other content creators? Well, no, I don't. Now, actually, in the last year and a half, I've started. I started to pay attention to my contemporaries. I start looking at channels that are double, triple, quadruple, quintuple my size. In some cases, 100 times my size. And I see the things they do. And in some cases, I hate to say it, you know, not even as good as what I do. Every fucking person who I've watched, who's a streamer, who plays games, literally turns on their stream and with their audience for a good 30 to 45 minutes. It's not even an exaggeration. They all do it. And they're not jumping right into the game. They just sit there, they talk with their audience. Some of them have a drink or a smoke. Some of them are actually talking or going through emails. They're going through posts that are coming up. There's, you know, super chats or bits coming in. You know, they're shouting everyone out. That's literally what they all do. They turn on their stream and this is their social time to hang out with their audience before they get to the meat of their content. That's literally what I've always done. And everyone gave me for it. To the point where I had to rebrand it as a podcast so people would stop bitching. But literally everyone else does it. Every fucking person. So, all those years, people treating me like saying, Phil, your content's bad because you don't get right to the game and all we want is the game. And then come to find out that's literally what every fucking big content creator does. You guys, I'm not saying you because that's very unfair. Not everyone. But there's been a very vocal, critical, negative, toxic element to the people who criticize me over the years, right? And I hate to say it, it's just unfair. It's completely unfair that I get that kind of treatment when everyone else does something, it's okay for them. But for me, because I want to talk with my audience or whatever, that's not acceptable. How dare I want to speak with my audience and get topics out of the way before we get to the meat of the gameplay? How dare Phil? Because, you know, no, here's what it is. I have hate watchers. There's people out there who literally just don't like me and they hate my guts. So what they will do is just criticize everything I do, no matter what I do, even if it's something that's a common practice from other content creators that's very successful. If I try to follow along with that, oh, it's wrong because Phil's doing it. But everyone else can do it, and it's fun. When Phil does it, it's completely wrong. Because for these people, no matter what I do, it's not good enough. All right? So here's what I've learned. Now, see, people, over the years, they made a mistake. They always said, Phil, you should watch other content creators. And I said, no, I'm not going to do that. Now I've actually started for about a year I've been doing it. And now I can tell you, I can see how unfair I have been fucking treated since I've been a content creator, all right? It's not fair that I get treated like, let me get this straight, he's going to do a 3-hour react stream, but he's just going to put out 20-minute clips of it all week? Yes, because that's literally the feedback I received from the audience on DsP Reacts, and that's literally what every fucking person does on the internet. No one uploads a fucking 4 hours of straight reacting. That's too much. You want to have little digestible clips and snippets, and that's what this is aiming to be. Now, let's have a 20-minute segment where maybe I cover 2 big videos, and it's funny to watch, and then you can move on, and then the next day you get something new, right? But I'm literally just going to say one thing very quickly. There's the members goal. That's what it is. If we hit it, great. You guys know what the reward is. I've mentioned it a million times this month. I would love to do this for you in March. Right now, we've had 0 movement on members all month. I'm not going to harp on it. I'm literally not going to keep talking about it. You want to become a member? Thanks. If not, I can't make you. I would hope that you like the content enough you want to support it. That's it. I'm done. I'm not even going to fucking keep mentioning it because, you know, I don't want to sound like a broken record. I don't want to sound like I'm ungrateful because I'm not. You guys have been supporting my streams, so I don't want you to feel like I'm being a jerk, you know? And I feel like every time I mention it, I feel like, wow, I mentioned this a million times already. I really need to do it again. So, there you go. That's the goal. We can hit it, great. If not, no big deal. Let's continue.
Phil's just one of the worst e-beggars.
Someone took me $1 saying, Wings and Boogie and Rich all adopted a positive spin on the lolcow meme. Why don't you? Because the lolcow meme is not positive. It's a disgusting, trollish thing to say about someone. It's fucked up. It doesn't matter if you try to turn it into a positive so people give you money for it. It's still an insult. Right? That's like saying, oh, you're a scumbag hobo.
Oh, well, I'm the best scumbag hobo there is on the planet. Please support this scumbag hobo by throwing me money.
No. That's no one was complimenting you. Just because you basically didn't want to dispute it, because you felt like being argumentative was negative to your image on the internet, that doesn't make it a good thing. You know what I'm saying? No, absolutely not. So, I'm not adopting an insanely toxic title because someone thinks that if you do that, you can make more money. I'm not doing that. You could say whatever you want about me. I can't stop you, but understand something, all right? And this absolutely should be focused on. You ready for this? If you're someone who spends all of your time focusing on other people on the internet, making fun of them, bringing them down, and calling them lolcows, if this is your source of entertainment in your life, you should look in the mirror, because there's a bigger lolcow standing in your house right now. It's you. You're a loser. You're a fucking loser, because all you do is bring down others for your own personal benefit, makes you feel better about yourself. You're the actual loser in the situation. You're the one who has to bring down others to get any kind of factor of enjoyment or entertainment out of your own life. That says something. So, yeah. You better just smash all your mirrors so you don't fucking accidentally look at how stupid you are yourself in your own life. Okay.
And the man of orange sent me $1.30, says, do you have a Sonichu medallion? No, you've got your lolcows confused. That's Chris Chandler. That's not me.
Well, now someone tipped $1, says, oh no, that's not a facetious tip earlier. I'm asexual. And that kind of stuff bothers me. So, of course, what that means is now my trolls must be saying I'm asexual. There you go. Oh, here we go. Phil is married, but not really, because he's asexual. And he won't have kids because he's asexual. This is going to be the next meme. Here we go.
Asexual Phil. ASP. Asexual Phil.
Here we go. Let's start it. Let's just start it now. Let's get the meme going now. Asexual Phil. Perfect. Sounds good. Sounds really good. Let's keep that going. Asexual Phil. You know, every other YouTuber who's been around as long as me has had a sex scandal but me. It's because I'm asexual Phil. That's why, of course. There you go. ASP. Let's see here.
Once again, my erectile dysfunction has ruined what should have been a good night.
Tickled Bruno did a super chat. Would it be better to have a couple sponsors and not have to worry about hitting your goals? Yes and no. Because here's the thing. Sponsors are a whole other ballgame. When you have sponsors, now you got to worry about having sponsors. Oops, did I say or do something today that cost me the sponsorship? Oops, did my trolls misrepresent something that I said or did today to act like I did something I didn't, and now you lose the sponsorship? Oops, now did I offend all my audience because I'm sponsoring a product that they think is not good, or they think is not in their own line of political views, or, oh, I had to waste 15 minutes of what I'm supposed to be quality stream today shilling a product. Did that bother people? It's a whole other, it really is, it's a whole other thing. It's a whole other drama thing that doesn't make sense, doesn't fit in with my content, so I'm glad I don't have to do it. I'm not a troll! Stop mischaracterizing me. It stresses me out. I like to remain anonymous. I mean, geez, if I really was asexual, I must have really hated all those years where I was constantly making sex jokes, you know, to appease a teen audience, you know, 10, 15 years ago. I need your feedback. Do you guys want to see me continue with Atomic Heart or not? I'll be honest, I do feel now that I've played 5 hours in, it's definitely Half-Life. It's Half-Life 1 and 2. They're trying to make a modern version of it. It's not very good. The combat is the worst part by far. The puzzles are okay. The platforming's kind of clunky, and I've already gotten stuck multiple times in areas. The game lacks polish. The writing is... the story is good, but the actual dialogue is bad, in my opinion. I'm sure maybe it gets more interesting, but the fact that people are like, oh, so once you get out of this area, it's open world. Oh, that's totally what I want. I totally want this to become open world, to become like a 40-hour game. When 5 hours in, I'm already kind of groaning, right? Like, ugh. So, I judge on stream performance. We started off today's stream with over 400 people. At the end here, we have barely 300. We actually were under that before. And literally, people had stopped talking to me mid-stream and kind of disengaged from the game. Support completely froze about 2 hours ago. That tells me this is an audience that doesn't really like it. If that's the opposite of an engaged audience having fun with a game. You see what I'm saying? So, I'd like to hear from the on-demand audience as well. If you guys could comment and let me know on the video what you think.
That's really low. This is one of the slowest streams I've had in a long time. There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me it's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it. Is a mobile game addict. Phil has indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone, just gone like that. In an instant, fucking gone. I just care about money. I just can't help it. I eBay. Contributions are mandatory, but I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. Is the guy who just doesn't get reality.